Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with ericstrains.com, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review and running of MTH's new NASA AC4400 solid rocket motor transport set. This set was featured in MTH's 2010 Volume 1 catalog. In fact, it was on the cover of the catalog, and here's that cover right here. The engine that comes with the set is an MTH Premier Line GE AC4400. It's a really nice engine, but it's certainly nothing new. MTH has had the AC4400 out for a couple years. In fact, I've got a couple other AC4400s in my fleet, although this is my first UP AC4400. It's a really nice engine. I'm not going to really go into a whole lot of detail about it, except to say that it is typical MTH. And by that, I mean it's built well, it runs well, it's detailed very well, and it sounds great. And that's one of the nice things about this set. You know, with some manufacturers, sometimes when they're selling you a complete set, they'll cut corners a little bit to keep the price point low. MTH doesn't do that. It's a Premier Line set, and so you're getting the best that MTH has to offer at that time. So you can expect the same high level of performance from this engine that you would get from any other MTH Premier Line engine. Now, even though this is a really nice engine, for me, it's really not the star of the set. In my opinion, what makes this set unique is the freight cars and the passenger car. The set contains 5 47-foot TTX heavy-duty flat cars, and each flat car has a cover on top. One of the covers is orange, and the other ones are white. Don't ask me why one is orange and the others are white. I don't know. If someone knows, please tell me. Now, these flat cars in and of themselves are not that special. MTH put out a couple of these a few years ago. I actually have one of them in my collection. But what does make them unique is that in the previous car that was put out, when you would take off the cover, there was nothing underneath. But on these, when you take the cover off, there are pieces to a solid rocket booster that would go on the NASA space shuttle. On one of the flat cars is the nose cone for the solid rocket booster. In a few of the cars, there's the midsection pieces, and then in the last car, you've got the tail section of the solid rocket booster. So altogether, you've got the components for one solid rocket booster. To take the cover off on one of these flat cars, all you do is grab it and just lift up like that. And it sort of hinges out like that to make it easier to take off. And there you go. Now, even though each flat car has a piece of the solid rocket motor on it, I don't think you can actually take the pieces off of the flat cars. I tried, and they're on there pretty good, so I don't think MTH intended for you to take them off the flat cars, which is kind of a bummer. It'd be nice if you could assemble the whole solid rocket booster, but it's a minor issue, and for me it wasn't a deal breaker. The last car in the outfit is this Southern 70-foot streamlined coach passenger car. Now, don't ask me why a Union Pacific train has a Southern passenger car. I don't know the answer to that. If someone does, please let me know. The interesting thing about this passenger car is that the passengers that are actually inside the car are not the normal everyday passengers that you usually find inside passenger sets. They are actually in uniform, and so I'm guessing there's some sort of military or NASA people, and they're sort of along for the ride to take care of the solid rocket booster. And so for that reason, this car is unique. As a matter of fact, because this car is so unique, an interesting thing happened when I bought this set. The owner of the train store asked me if I was willing to sell the passenger car to another customer because he had a customer that collects Southern passenger cars and was very interested in buying this because you can't get it anywhere else. But of course, I politely declined to sell it because I didn't want to break up the set. But that incident sort of signaled to me that this car is special, and so it probably has some value for collectors. So anyway, I'm about done talking about the train. Now let's go ahead and start it up and run it around.
Are you ready to go? Yep, shop the blue flag has been removed. We are ready to move.
That about wraps it up for this video. I'm Eric Siegel, and I'll see you next time.